Hi, Avid Fishing Freaks. Today I'm going to show you how to throw an 8-foot cast net. Simple, easy, in a quick way that I do it. I know there's a lot of videos out there showing you how to throw all these big 10-foot plus nets, even maybe an 8-foot net, but this is how I do it. So I'm gonna add this to it. When you first get your net, what I do is I take this part, wrap this around the top a couple times, and loop it up in a knot. Oh, let me re-show you. When I first get this out of the package, I take this black, loop it up here a couple times, make a half hitch like that to where it don't slip above this, and I'll hang it. Let me step back and you'll see what I'm talking about. And I'll hang it like that in a closet or off a door for a couple of days, and I'll stretch it. I don't use conditioner or any of that other stuff. I let it hang there and I let it stretch. But now I'm going to show you how I do this. And see, what I did with my line, my lead line, is it comes from this swivel to here, which is normally 14-16 foot lead. Then I added another 27 foot lead off another net that was ruined to make it longer. Because the way I throw these 8-foot nets and 5-foot nets, I have a tendency to almost rip the lead line off my wrist. But what I do is I take this here, loop it, put it around my wrist, and pull off the slack. I toss this behind me, then I choke it up to about there. And all I do is loop it over my forearm and come back and grab that much. It's about a quarter of the way down. And I just up, get it in the, oops, that wasn't even a good cast. I was trying to keep away from the camera. You didn't even see that in land, but let me tilt you down just a little bit more. I'll step over here off to the side this time when I do it. The reason why I throw so high is when I launch this, it gives the net time to open up and pancake out. Because I don't do this off a boat. I do this off a bank. And when you're bank fishing, you you have a lot of cover and everything on the shore. But that's how you're going to look when it lands. You just keep throwing a couple times and you will get the hang of it. It's practice. And I'll show you this again. I know that there's a lot of different tips and techniques to do this. So, I know there's a lot of tips and techniques to do this, but I suggest when you first do it, you find a place in your yard to practice where there's not a lot of sticks or rocks or anything that's going to tear up your net. And you throw a few times until you get comfortable with how it's pancaking. Then you can go out and do cast nets in the river. But if you're going to throw this off the bank, you got to watch your embankments. Whether it's rocks or you see trees submerged, you don't want to be throwing around there. But if it's muddy and you see bait fish and everything spawning up around there, and you know it's a good muddy bottom where they're at, you can throw this real good. But half the time when you throw it out there, as far as I do, you don't know what's under the water until it's too late. But a lot of places I go to get my shad, I know what the rocky bottoms are like, or the bottoms of the lake are like. So I know where to throw, how far to throw, and how long I need to let the net go down before it drops. But see, with this type of weather this year, the water temperatures, I'd say the shad are pushing 2 to 3 foot deep in most of the spots I go. But I'll show you this again. Right there. Up over past my elbow. Back. Up. Another pancake. There's another perfect pancake. I'll walk you down there and show it to you. That worked. Flipping it around during the video. As you can see, perfect pancake. And if that had been over bait fish, a large quantity of them, I'd have had filled my bucket within 2 casts with over a large school of bait fish. And that's how you throw a throw net. And I will see you Friday night at 7 p.m. Central Time with a guest of Muskrat Adventures. Until then, you be safe, stay safe, and have a great day.